had a bit of a drama on combat and survival. We were fucking jumped, and one of the Marine, we'd all got through some money and spent this money completely. You're not meant to, but it's part of what we do, innit? It's like, right, if you can get the cash through on combat and survival and interrogation, then you do it. Just don't get fucking caught. And unfortunately, we were a patrol that sort of got caught, really. One of the Marines had fucking dropped this bag, and we had coke and cakes in it and all that shit, that we'd snuck through some money in our boots, sewed up in different areas of our uniform, and got into a little caravan site, actually, in fucking Welshpool. And the fucking farmer up and dropped off some, right, we know what you're up to. I'm like, oh, fuck, we're collared here. We thought Hunter Force is going to get us. We're going to get fucking interrogated and beasted. And he went, yeah, you lot are training for the Balkans. And we're like, yeah, that's right, mate. Great combat and survival. And he dropped us off all this fucking grub. And we stuffed fucking, drunk loads of coke, ate loads of cakes, and then went back on our mission, to get to the next thing. And unfortunately, we got bumped. And the Marine dropped this bag full of coke, and by the time we went through, we jumped in the fucking wagon, last RV, we all get filled in, get fucking thrown in the back of the wagon, and Dinger Pring, one of the guys, famous guy, lovely guy, Dinger, fucking amazing guy. He does a lot for the regiment, does a lot for mental health, and does a lot for us all. And Dinger was one of the DS, and he went, right, which was the fucking patrol that had the coke and the cakes? And we're like, oh no, we're just about to go bag for fucking 36 hours. And we're like, yeah, you better get your fucking story straight, gentlemen, because the fucking training officer's going to bin you. And we're like, oh fuck. So we went through all in the bag interrogations with this on our mind, and at the end of it, we all sat in the Kremlin in the theatre. Training officer had the coke and the cakes in front of the whole course. Like, oh, every patrol was up to no good, and you're using your skill sets, and we luckily we said, look, told him the truth, and it took a few of us to get through, because one of the guys couldn't fucking speak. He was shitting himself that much. He's like, fucking Elliot, what happens? We're like, get up here and show me on the map, and it was, we had handmade maps. We had to do the handmade maps, so trying to locate, and orientate my map to his map. And I was like, well, we were there, and the farmer come up. The DS phoned up the farmer, and rightly so, he said, yeah, I found a couple of guys in my land, and I'll give them some grub. And luckily for us, that was, it was the truth, and we got through, and ended up getting into the regiment. Another great 6 months of training.